We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. My microphone is too far away from me. Great shark. Great start to the show, Tommy.
Great shark.
What a great shark. What up? That would have a fucking hold on. You know what I'm talking about, guys. So let me do the intro. Time out. Start over. What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the week 6.5 edition of Stay Cashin, where we'll wrap up week 6 and head into week 7 starting on Wednesday. The reason I'm laughing and got so fucked up and Ghost knew what I was doing is because we're launching something new for Wednesday's show. This is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we're launching a prop sheet. Bill, do you even know about this?
Prop sheet? What's a prop sheet?
A prop sheet. So we're going to have a prop sheet out for all the viewers where they can bet. We have 10 questions. It's on a site that'll automatically calculate it. And there's going to be questions like, will Tommy have hat glasses on? How many times will Ghost call Tommy an idiot? Will someone knock at Bill's door? You know, all these whole list of things. When will the show start? When will the show end? And one of the questions on the thing, Ghost, was who will be the first one to fuck up a line? So when I fucking started it off like that, I would have cashed the prop sheet. So we're going to be starting that for maybe every show, but we're definitely doing it for Wednesday's show. And you guys will have to have all your questions answered by, 1:45 Eastern, Ghost?
Yep.
So you'll have to have it 15 minutes before the show. You'll have to have it all in. And then I think it's 2 or 3 winners we'll pick for every show. And if you win, you're going to win either a free week of betting. So you'll get a free week on the site. Or if you already have the betting subscription, you'll win free merch credit where you get a free Stay Cashin t-shirt. So we're going to have prizes for you guys to tune in for the thing. So if you checked off Tommy G to flub the first line, you would have won already. So anyway, Evan, how was your weekend, my friend?
Weekend was pretty good. I mean, DFS, I did really well, but man, Kadarius Toney, I probably would have won $100,000 if that man didn't get hurt.
That was a tough one. Yeah. I had a same game parlay. Ghost is laughing because he knows. Bill is laughing because he knows. I had a same game parlay, which maybe I'll just pull up for you guys so you could see it. It was a lot of fun. Kadarius Toney's injury. So I had a same game parlay on the Rams-Giants game, and literally all I needed was Kadarius Toney to get over 50 yards. And of course, he fucking gets hurt on the first drive after having fucking 38 yards on that drive where he was going to go crazy. And I don't know if you could see that, but that right there is a plus 2,000 parlay, 500 to win 10,000 on Kadarius Toney's injury. So that was fun. Bill, how was your weekend?
Yeah, up and down. College football was tough. Michigan State started it out pretty well, so I got the win there. Missed my max teaser because of Iowa, so that was rough. And then we just cleaned up on baseball. Baseball has been killing it. Football yesterday was up and down again, but baseball's been great. So got to bring it home with baseball. And the prop that I didn't want to give out for free hit. So you got to join the 4deepbets.com to get those plus 1,000 plays.
Mm-hmm. We've been smashing. That game was fucking beautiful. That baseball game. We got the same game tonight. I mean, I don't know if me and Bill have been more jacked up for a Monday night than tonight with Houston, Boston, and then a high scoring Tennessee Bills game. And we'll get into that in a minute. Ghost, how was your weekend?
How was it? I don't think there's enough words to describe how these past 10 or 11 days have been going for us. I think 9 of them, we didn't lose a bet. It's just been unreal these last 11 days. Probably the best run I've ever been on. And we just keep continuing to roll. It hasn't been a losing day in, like I said, 11 or 12 days. Even yesterday with hockey, NFL, another 20 units. Just keep adding it up and keep piling it on. So just looking to keep rolling tonight.
You are staying hot as a fucking skillet right now. That is for sure. My weekend was good overall. Saturday was a bloodbath. Fucking college football. I was terrible in college football. I had a bad one. The Texas game I gave out looked like they were going to run away with the game, Bill, up 17-3 with the ball going in. You know, me and you were sitting there going, this is a fucking runaway. They're going to dominate them. And then they had that fucking pick six or fumble return for a touchdown. And then they just stopped. They just stopped doing anything. And Tennessee, another one that was in a fucking, I mean, these games were crazy. Like, it really was a crazy weekend. Iowa lost outright. Florida lost outright. Not too many people had a great college football Saturday. So I've been pretty good on college football. This was the first one where it was a little bloody for me on Saturday. Sunday actually went pretty well. Had a good Sunday. And I mean, listen, the Texas loss, they were up 17-3. If you wanted to hedge, you could have got plus 1,500 on Oklahoma State at that side, got out of that bet. And Tennessee, the call at the end of the game, in my opinion, was so bad they were throwing golf balls at fucking Lane Kiffin and shit. So very controversial. It's not like they were, runaways on the other side.
I mean, you're only bringing a golf ball into that game to throw it.
Yeah.
That's the only, you don't just, hey, I got a golf ball in my pocket. No, yeah. You're bringing that into the game to throw it, and it hit him in the elbow. It was a nice shot.
Who's bringing a golf ball into a fucking stadium, Evan? Would you ever brought a golf ball into a stadium? No, you're young. You kids doing that these days?
I just noticed. So go ahead, Ev.
I mean, unless it was like Jordan Spieth, but I don't think the average everyday guy has a golf ball on him.
Well, I just started noticing like more and more now that, that it's camera phones are everywhere. Everyone has them. Moms, 90-year-old grandmas. There's videos of everything. And I'm just noticing how fucking slow behind the rest of the country is away from New York and New Jersey. I'm watching fights in stands. I'm watching fights by the soda machines, like brawls for 15 minutes. Fights everywhere. People throwing stuff in New Jersey. If you did that at the Meadowlands, at Madison Square Garden, troopers would be on you in 3 seconds, pounding you to the ground, dragging you out by your ears into the cell. These things go on for hours and no one's breaking them up.
Yep.
I can't believe that. The rest of the country is just so behind on this security shit. And they wonder why stuff happens. I mean,
it's freaking crazy how long these fights go and how fucking crazy they are with them. I mean, it's nuts. They just let these guys brawl for an extended period of time. But yeah, no, Sunday went good for me. It was really good. You were right, Bill. I'm going to say Bill was right. Don't get used to it, you fucking monkey. But the 1 touchdown each team each half is a worse bet than 1 touchdown each quarter. You win. You win.
Oh, so, the one that you forgot to put in for me?
No, the one that you forgot to remind me, right, Ghost?
Oh.
Ghost didn't. Ghost?
I do unfortunately have to agree with Tommy.
Let's go.
I do remember him asking you to remind him. But
I don't remember.
A good friend would also remember on his own.
Right. I have CTE. So
I don't remember anything from yesterday either. So
yeah. All right, so we're even. But so as for that, if those 2 bets hit, I would have fucking smashed for I think 30 units on max bets yesterday. So if I would have flipped those, Bill, both touchdown each quarters hit on my early ones, Baltimore and Washington, and the touchdown each team each half didn't because they didn't score in the second half, either one. But overall, good day. I thought it was pretty easy yesterday. Wasn't anything hard. Patriots, if they would have won on the money line, would have fucking absolutely smashed the universe for me. But yeah, it was a good Sunday. Rounding into form, getting out of the first few week weeds. So very comfortable. And tonight, I'm really excited about the games tonight. Very locked into to what's going on tonight. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So we'll get started with Dak versus Mac. Patriots game last night. Dak Prescott. I got to plug my laptop in here. Dak Prescott versus Mac Jones. The media gets a chance to fucking slob all over Dak Prescott's knob again this morning in another game that they really shouldn't have won, in my opinion. But he threw for a lot of yards, looked fine, looked good, did a good job. I just don't know what the fuck's going on with Bill Belichick. I don't know why he's such a pussy now. I don't know why he's not playing to win the games anymore. He did it against Tampa Bay when he kicked the field goal in a monsoon instead of going for it on 4th and 1. He did it yesterday in overtime. They were at the 50-yard line. They had 3rd and 2. Damian Harris is running all over them. Run that ball fucking twice or run it and do a play action. Go for that at the 50. Do not punt the ball back to Dallas to play defense. Your defense isn't that good, bro. And it's insane. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's not playing to win the games anymore. So
you know who
the worst part about that was that touchdown cost me the 4.5. When you get a game to overtime and you're plus 4.5 and you lose on a fucking touchdown like that, that wasn't fun. So that was a little bit of a bad beat, especially, Bill, since we were on the Raiders money line, which we talked about. We had that in a 1 parlay, and we were all over Arizona as the easiest bet of the weekend. So that was frustrating. Could have hit that fucking money line parlay at the end of the day. But Ghost, you were going to say something there?
You know who he reminds me of? Remember in Entourage when Ari loses, he as a client, goes to another agent, and it just falls apart. That's what Belichick reminds me of right now. He just lost.
He doesn't trust Mac, and he needs to. I mean, the guy's got one of the highest completion percentages in the NFL, Bill. I don't know why he doesn't trust him at the end of games. He hasn't shown anything to show. Even that interception wasn't his fault. It bounced off the receiver's arms. I mean, he's not doing it.
He's not trusting him. He's just not trusting the system. Run the ball.
Dude.
You're getting 8 yards a carry. I don't understand what was happening in that second half or in that overtime. Run the ball.
That same play that they threw the interception on was the same play that they dropped in overtime that would have been a game-winning touchdown.
Dude, how about Aguilar? I forgot about that. But, dude, Patriots should have won that game 5 times. Literally 5 times. They had 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the missed field goal. All they needed to do was get a first down. They get a first down, the game's over, right?
I had the Cowboys. I didn't deserve to win that game.
Right. And then they get the pick 6. They throw the pass over the middle. They fucking score on the long touchdown. Boom. They should have won the game there. They didn't. On the Aguilar play in overtime, that was wide open. Me and Ghost said it. He probably breaks that. He's got 1 defender, 1 jab step. He's one of the fastest guys in the NFL. They should have won there. And then on the 3rd and 25, when they got the break on the unsportsmanlike, and they don't blitz anyone. They send 3 people at Dak Prescott on 3rd and 25. What are you doing? Don't let these receivers are some of the best receivers in the NFL. You got to blitz. They need to get 25 yards. You got to make them get rid of that ball quick. They sit back, 24-yard pass, kick the field goal, and then the face mask penalty on the wide receiver in overtime that should have been called. So that's 5 times the Patriots should have won the game, and they fucking lost it. So
I did feel bad for the defensive back guy on the Dallas. Was he number 7 or whatever? I forget.
Oh, Diggs?
The guy who intercepted the ball and then let up the touchdown like the next.
Yeah, dude, it's Diggs. He's like the defensive MVP. You know who he is.
So he went from like hero to 0, and then they're lucky they got the win. It was just like
7 interceptions in 6 games.
He was so defeated on that. I was like, ugh. There was nothing worse than blowing that coverage. That was awful.
Yeah, that was so that game was a little bit of a mess. Nothing really too eventful in the other games that were going on. We don't really need to talk about the Sunday night game. Fucking Geno Smith, Ben Roethlisberger. Really nothing to see here.
Why doesn't Geno run?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why Geno.
I thought that prop was gold last night.
He had 23 yards on 3 carries in like a quarter last game, and now he fucking rushed once the whole game. And the one time he did run, fumbled. So that was interesting. I thought that Geno Smith prop was a lock too. I think everyone had that rushing prop because it went up from like 15.5 to 19.5.
Yeah.
So everyone was obviously pounding it. Vegas looked legit. They looked like they really bounced back without Gruden made a statement. We said, Bill, it was going to go one way or the other. They were going to make a statement or they were going to fall apart. And they made a statement against Denver in Denver, a tough place to play, great defense, and they threw up like 34 points on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mahomes.
I told you, I didn't think Denver was that good. I really didn't. I thought they were a pretender, and we're seeing it since the Ravens game.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. And defense, I mean, Mile High is always a tough place to play. Just the altitude alone is difficult to get through the game whenever you're playing up there. But, yeah, it was a nice showing by the Raiders. We were all on them. Baltimore looked like they had a coming out party, trying to tell people they're for real right now.
There's only a few teams that are like that. The rest of the league is a joke. One team, the Raiders look great the first 3 weeks. Then they look like shit. They get killed by the Chargers, who look like the best team in football. And then yesterday they looked like the worst team. I mean, these teams are up and down, and there's only a few. Oh, bye-bye, Ghost. And there's only a few who actually look legit, who are going to, have a chance to win every week or in every game. The rest of them are just, if they have a good week. I don't know if it's the players, if it's the coaching, or what it is.
Vegas is still disrespecting Arizona every week, and we still keep stomping on it, capitalizing on it. Baker Mayfield and the fucking Browns are shit. They're shit every year, the same thing. But Kansas City, everyone on fucking TV and radio right now is talking about Kansas City's back, big statement win. I thought they looked like shit. I thought that was fucking terrible. They were still dropping balls. Mahomes had 2 bad interceptions. I mean, Washington just couldn't fucking do anything because they're just not very good. But I wasn't impressed by Kansas City.
Told you, that Mahomes rushing prop gave it out on the show, 17.5. It dropped to 16.5. It dropped to 15.5 Friday night or Saturday night. When we were in The Voice, we all pounded it again. Oh, Ghost is gone again.
Bye-bye.
15.5. It dropped. And then when I woke up Sunday morning, it was up to 20.5. So I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but he's back to Mahomes from 3-4 years ago when his team was up and down. He's going to run. He has no choice but to run now. He can't sit back and pick apart. Like you said, his receivers aren't that good. They only catch bombs. The only one who's good is Kelsey. And you see at the end of that game on the last drive, he got hurt and we had that prop, which sucked, but they're not the same. Their defense sucks. They're not the same. And as long as they keep his running prop under 25 yards, I'm going to hit it every fucking week.
Yeah, I think it gets masked a lot because of the big playability by his receivers. But Tyreek Hill drops a lot of balls. That whole receiving core drops a lot of balls. They might not count as drops, but they're balls that should have been caught. And he doesn't have much time back there.
He looked awful. Look, that one interception.
Yeah.
When he was running around, he just threw the ball up in the air.
Straight up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what he did against the Ravens.
He's
been doing that every week.
He just forces it.
Yeah, he's been doing it every week. I don't know. I mean, listen, who knows what the fuck's going on there? But I think what's happened is that the teams kind of figured out. This is what happened with Andy Reid all the time. And people don't realize Andy Reid's not as good a coach as everyone thinks. He's great with schemes and he's a brilliant guy. But the bottom line is they've caught up. They're just putting too high safeties. They're playing over the top. They're not letting Tyreek Hill beat them deep or anyone beat them deep. And they're making them go underneath. And the bottom line is that's what's fucking them up right now. They're missing a lot of crossing routes, balls bouncing off receivers' hands into defenders. They're just saying, we're taking away the deep ball. You're going to beat us underneath. And that's why Kelsey is in a smash spot every week, because they're basically giving them that middle of the field and saying, we'll just let you chew out 7-yard chunks, 8-yard chunks, because eventually something crazy is going to happen and we're going to get the ball back. So
and that's why I like the Mahomes rushing, because he's going to be forced to keep. He's still trying to force the ball in there, but they're only rushing 3 a lot of the times. And he has that get around the corner, 10 yards, 15 yards, 7 yards of carry. I mean, he's going to have to run.
Yep.
No, exactly. His offensive line stinks. He's going to have to run.
Yep. And Ghost broadcast from his car. They think you live in your car, Ghost.
I do live in a car. I have nowhere to live.
Yeah. No, Ghost has a psychotic dog that fucking runs
in an undisclosed location.
Yeah. Ghost lives in his car. We'll just run with that. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Anyone have anything else on the NFL for this weekend? Let's bring Healy in here if we can. Bring me Healy. Bring me Brian Healy, and see if he has any input on the NFL before we get to Monday Night Football and then the MLB playoffs. There he is. Hello, Mr. Healy.
What's going on, boys?
Look at you flat brimming it up. What are you, fucking 24?
Easy.
Different look every day.
You do keep it interesting, Healy. So, Healy, how was your weekend, my friend?
Very good weekend. Had less plays. There wasn't a ton that jumped out to me, so I just kind of played what was there. I think I had 3 plays on the NFL slate. I know you guys echoed it, but baseball has just been fantastic across the board. It was really strong all weekend. So it went really good from a prop perspective, and DFS perspective. Really, it was my best weekend of the year. I know from a subscriber standpoint, absolutely smashed it. One of our guys won $40,000 on Super Draft this weekend. Several other 10K winners.
Yep.
So I think, across the board, betting wise, DFS wise, ourselves and subscribers very, very happy.
The DFS product is really booming right now. It's really starting to take off. It's nice. Thanks in large part to you, Brian. Like it was the reason we brought you over, because we wanted to expand the DFS product. Brian's my boss on the DFS side. He tells me when I need to show up and get on the show and host the shows. And we have been fucking smashing it. Like absolutely. The subscribers have been happy as shit and hitting home runs. A lot of 5-figure winners for people that don't play 5 figures in entry fees. That's the big thing, right? Like it's different when you're showing a $40,000 screenshot, $12,000 screenshot, and you got $6,000 in play. A lot of these are fucking a couple $100 in play, $100 in play. We added the roundtable show. We tightened that up this week, put a clock on it. Bill was the buzzer guy, fucking buzzing everyone if they went over a minute. So we banged through every single game on the slate from a DFS and betting perspective in under 60 minutes. So I think I want to name it like the 69 show or something, do something where we got to do 69 minutes or something like that just to make it funny. But we do have a big promotion going out. NHL just started and NBA starts this week. Brian Healy is the best guy in the industry for NBA, especially NBA props and DFS. So you take your DFS skill and bring it to the prop side, which is an awesome mix. So if you guys want to get in on the DFS product, we have a special going right now on the site. A lot of people ask, what if I want to buy both for a combo package? We literally discounted both of these at such an insane rate that you just buy them separately. It is the combo package. It's literally like a 50% discount. So you could buy one or the other, but it's $137 for the rest of the year. There's 11 weeks left in the year. You're talking about like fucking $11 a week for the whole entire DFS product. And obviously you can get the gambling for $197. So basically combined, you're talking like $300 for everything, every sport for the rest of the year. If you want to do the weekly, you could do that. If you want to try it out for a week, try it out for a month, feel free. You could use VIP 20 on the weekly passes, monthly passes, and then you could always upgrade. But really take advantage of that end of year special going on right now. We just launched it today. $137 for the rest of the year. Keep in mind, we have optimizers, we have tools, we have all kinds of shit. You'll get the roundtable show, you'll get the tennis DFS, you'll get the NBA DFS, you'll get the NFL DFS, you'll get whatever's left of MLB DFS. All these sports are starting up and getting rocking right now. So get in there now. Don't just look at it from the betting side. Get in on the betting and the DFS, and you will be able to use both to help the other side. So that was my sales pitch. I'm sticking to it. While I'm on this topic, I might as well add one more thing. We have the referral program. Ghost, is that live?
Yes, everything is good to go.
All right. So the referral program is live. Ghost, do you want to tell them how to access that?
So in your My Account, if you're a current subscriber, you're going to have the option and ability to refer friends and get paid based on the people that you bring in, either from a betting side or DFS side. You're going to receive $20 credit into your account that can be used on the website, whether it be for merch, whether your own subscriptions, whether you want to upgrade. And in the process, in this time, we're also going to be building a referral program store. You're going to have different options to make purchases, and we're going to have prizes to offer as well. Tommy and I will be working on that over the next few weeks. So if you want to just keep accumulating and building up, we will have bigger prizes for you guys over the next few weeks.
Yeah, so get in there, start referring your friends. I'll be sending out tweets and links in the Discord. It's $20 per person. You guys can make a business out of this, dude. This is literally, I mean, if you want flyers made, let us know. We'll fucking work on that. But realistically, you can make a business out of this. You can go get $20 towards the store, and we're going to have things like tickets to games, autographed memorabilia on top of merch and free memberships. You can get a whole free 2022 membership. You'll also get different you'll get a special color in the chat if you refer a bunch of people. So we're going to have this whole program that we're building up that's going to tier you guys up. It's going to be fucking awesome. So you could pay for your whole entire subscription just by bringing a few friends on. You know, you want the fucking DFS end of year package, $137, bring on fucking 7 people. Use your social media, all that, 7 people, boom, 140 in your account, put it towards the package. So it's going to be awesome for you guys. The referral program is going to be fire. Anyway, let's get back to the shit. Healy, what do you think about the game tonight? What are you doing here with the Monday Night Football preview, Bills-Titans?
Yeah, I mean, I think this one sets up to be much more exciting island game than the one we saw last night. I do think there'll be points in this. Buffalo has been, the high-scoring team in the league. Their defense has been up there as, both from a run and pass perspective, very, very strong. But I think the Titans at home, with their guys now getting healthy, looks like Julio Jones, was able to come practice the latter half of the week in full. So he's off the injury report. A.J. Brown will be there. Derrick Henry, I think they're going to be able to put up points. And I think this one kind of shoots out. So I know in these shootout type games, regardless of the sport, it could be baseball, it could be football. I know we really capitalize not just on the game and size itself, but I think there's a lot of opportunity in the prop market as well.
Yeah, I mean that's where we dominate, right? Putting those plus 1,500, plus 1,000 same game parlays. That's the thing we do that other places really don't. They just this guy over receiving yards, and we combine them and merge them. Bill, what are you looking at for the game tonight? You got any favorite plays?
I already have the Bills in on a parlay with the plus 3.5 last night in Seattle. So I already took that. My favorite play for today, I'm going to actually go to the NBA. So if you like that right now, we'll do that. I want everyone to get this number in now because it is already moved on books. James Harden assists for tomorrow night, over 8.5. It's 9.5 on a lot of books. Get it in right now, 8.5 minus 130 on DraftKings. That is the best number. It is already moving to 9.5. It'll most likely even move to 10.5 by tomorrow. I told you we took his future That's already gone way, way up from what we got it at, or way down actually. So, as MVP. But without Kyrie, he's going to control that whole offense. He's going to play most of the game, and that should be an easy, easy prop to hit.
All right. I'm assuming your favorite bet for tonight is the 1.5-yard touchdown.
I mean, obviously, every night. I mean, we hit it again last night. We've only missed it, I think, twice all season since we started doing it on these games. Last night, I didn't even realize. Everyone's like, hey, let's go. I'm not even paying attention. I'm watching the baseball game. I'm like, what? He's like, oh, it just hit. I'm like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I'm going to do that again, obviously. But, the basketball, Harden, 8.5 assists.
All right, cool. Ghost, what's your favorite play for tonight? What do you think? I agree with Eli. I think this game could shoot out tonight, so it should be a fun one.
So honestly, a game like this where it's going to be a lot of chalk plays, it's usually a game that I'll probably sit out and just let you guys handle it, and I'll be focusing more on the baseball and hockey side of things tonight. So my free play today will be coming from the NHL.
So you're not betting anything on the NFL game?
I'll look for something, maybe one or two, but I wouldn't be surprised if I don't have any play on it. I assume any play that I do have, you guys are already going to be on. So I'm going to focus on the other sport.
All right. So let me just see here. We'll do that at the end of the show. So we'll hold off on that. We'll talk about the hockey product in a minute. Haley, what's your favorite bet for tonight?
Yeah, so for me, I like Stephon Diggs' longest reception, over 25.5 yards. Slow start from his box score perspective from a fantasy output, but he's still making some big plays. Now he gets the bottom of the barrel from a secondary standpoint. They're giving up big plays, 20-plus yard plays at near highest rate in the entire league. And as I mentioned, I think Tennessee's going to be able to put some points on the board, keep it close enough where Buffalo doesn't have to take their foot fully off the gas. So I think they're going to continue to take shots, and I like Diggs to go over that 25.5 longest reception.
Okay. I'm going to get creative with you guys here. I have a bunch of plays for baseball and football tonight, but I'll give you out one. And I'll give you one that, by the way, that 13-point teaser, you can do that on FanDuel. Me and Bill were messing with it today. You could do the same game 13-point teasers. They've been killing the hit again last night. And you could bring them up to 17, 18 points in the same game parlays. You can move it all over the place. So
I can't imagine those are going to be there longer.
They won't be there long. They were there, and then
we hit it tonight. I'm going to deposit on there just for that tonight, and it's not going to be there long.
Yeah, it won't be there long. I'll give you an example of one of the ones that I have put in for tonight. Got to find it. I had the Titans plus 21.5. I had, Titans 21.5, Bills plus 11.5, over 42.5, under 71.5. And it was only minus 140. Like, it's crazy the window that you have there on these things on those. So they won't be there long.
If you add a touchdown to it, like a touchdown prop, one of the higher guys, it brings it to plus.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that with Derrick Henry on one plus 160, with Stephon Diggs on one plus 190, with Zach Moss on one plus 200, and have a bunch of them for 1/5 the size, and every touchdown just boom, just knock them off. But I'm going to give you a plus 300 play for today. Emmanuel Sanders 50 yards and a touchdown is my play for tonight. Okay. I figure we'll get a little crazy on this. Stop giving, a little even money plays. We'll give you a little plus 300 so you can get a taste of it. Emmanuel Sanders, I think his role is going to continue to evolve in this offense. He's a fantastic route runner, someone I've been a fan of for a while. And honestly, the biggest thing here is I don't know what the fuck's going on with Cole Beasley. I mean, 4 targets combined in his last 2 games. We talked about the back situation. We talked about he seems to be on the outs. The fans are booing him. Every drop in Beasley is an addition for Emmanuel Sanders. So Emmanuel Sanders, shockingly, and a lot of people didn't realize this even last year and the year before, he's got 4 touchdowns in his last 3 games. He's also got 17 targets in the last 3 games, and he has 13 red zone targets. That's a ton. So Emmanuel Sanders, I'm going to do 50 yards and a touchdown. That's paying plus 300 or more on a lot of these sites. And I'm also going to do Dawson Knox, 50 yards and a touchdown. So these are 2 plays that I'm going to have. Only need to hit one of them to really get through and have a big day on it. But I think Knox is really evolving. I think Emmanuel's really evolving. And I think they're both going to benefit from what I believe conspiracy theory, Beasley being in the doghouse, being on the outs because of what he's doing. So the Dawson Knox play I'm putting in here, I'm just trying to see, you could probably get that over 38.5 and a touchdown. It's like plus 300, plus 350. So 2 plays that are paying plus 300 to 350, probably better odds if you're looking at other sites that have them already paired up. But Dawson Knox 40 and a touchdown, Emmanuel Sanders 50 and a touchdown. One of those hits, if not both, get them in, paying 3 to 4 times your money. Anything else on this game tonight, guys?
Hopefully it's a lot of scoring. I'm sure we'll make a whole shitload of same game props before the game.
Oh, yeah.
Same game parlays on, these. So
I'm going to have a fucking million of them. I think this is a good day to do touchdown parlays too. I always like Dawson Knox first touchdown. I just saw that in the chat.
Yeah.
That's been a thing we've been on since last year. So I'm going to have some first touchdown props. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have a ton of shit going on in this game, the site. So get on board right now, 4deepbets.com. VIP 20 for the weekly package and no promo code needed for any of the big ones for DFS and for betting. Let's move over now to the MLB playoffs here. Loved the last game, obviously, Bill. Me and you found this at FanDuel fucking a few years ago, where if you do correct score and you go all the way down, it's basically as long as one team scores 9 runs, you win plus 700-800. So we got the 9-run game last game. You did a great job with that, and I know you hit that last one.
yeah, yep. So yeah, we're gonna should hit. Let's see what happens tonight. We're gonna do a lot of same games for that too. I'm loving the DraftKings same games that I've been doing, over 1.5 or over 2.5 runs for each team, and then a player to get a hit. Those are all plus 130, plus 140, sometimes 150. You don't have to make your same game parlays plus 1,000. I'll take the plus 150 and walk away. I got 2/3 of that. My parlay over both teams over 1.5 runs, and Mookie Betts hit. I got 2/3 of it in the first inning last night.
Yep.
I just needed Atlanta to tie the game up at 2, and then that was it. My parlay hit. So I'll take those 1 plus 150 parlays. You're going to give them to me like that? I'll take them every day.
I mean, it's crazy, Healy. Me and you have been doing that a lot. I've been doing it all fucking year. Just max bet fucking Kike Hernandez to get a hit and Bregman to get a hit or something like that. Boom, minus 110 or plus 120. Bang, there it is. First inning, you could fucking wipe it out. Everyone's trying to be all cool with fucking trying to get underdogs and this and that. You can make an underdog with 2 favorites in these prop parlays, Healy.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And, especially, in this series where the pitching's just not nearly at the same level as the National League games. Like, I really like the props in tonight's game in particular. And what's going on just in general with baseball? Like, pitchers can't go more than 4 innings anymore. Like, even Max Scherzer, like nobody's on
him today say his arm was dead.
What's that?
He said his arm is dead.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw a tweet today saying he said his arm is dead. He's hoping that they can close it out, but if he has to, he'll be ready to go next one. But he said he's struggling.
Well, I mean, he was pissed. He was pissed when he came out that game before when he was at 70-something pitches. He went nuts. And then last night, he didn't say a word about it. 70-something pitches, came in and got him, and he was fine with it.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I mean, you pulled him at 70-something, then they brought him in to close to end the other series, then they brought him in again for 79. So, who knows? We'll have to keep an eye on that, see if he toes the rubber again, see if the series makes it to him. So what are you thinking tonight, Healy? Give us a broad level overview of the game and then 1 or 2 of your favorite plays.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, I think we're set to see some runs with Eduardo Rodriguez and Jose Urquidy on the mound. Both guys are certainly susceptible and hittable. Erod, probably a little bit better talent overall, but this Astros lineup, very strong. Very, very low strikeouts. The bottom 3 strikeout rate as far as the entire team goes. I know the weather's improving from a pitching standpoint, so obviously we should see a lot less home runs. It's going to be only around 50 degrees or so tonight in Boston. So I would, be reluctant to be betting home run props, in these conditions. Wouldn't surprise me if 1 or 2 get hit, but a lot less likely in this scenario. So I do like runs. I think it's going to be based on balls in play. So a lot of the hit props, run props, the sites that offer that, I think there's some upside there. My favorite one from a value perspective tonight, Carlos Correa, over 0.5 on RBI, sitting at plus 180. Profiles really well against Erod's cutter and changeup, and he's hitting in the heart of the order. for a team that I expect to score over 5 runs tonight. So for me to essentially get near double my money, I really like his chances tonight for someone who obviously I like to get a hit as well. But the RBI number and the value we're getting there, I really like.
Yeah, that's been a great one. You've rode that Carlos Correa RBI a lot. And, he bats in the right spot in the order. There's almost always guys on base when he gets up, and he's one of the most clutch hitters on the team. So what you find with Correa, even when the Astros go to sleep, he's still awake. Like, that's the nice thing. He kind of wakes him up. So I do like that. You got the Jock RBI last night. I saw you nailed that. That was a nice one. So you got Riley. I mean, that fluffer almost hit last night. I was watching it. I was looking through it. I was like, really fucking bangs this thing. But Ghost, what do you like for the baseball game tonight? Outside of the Red Sox team total over.
No, I think I'm a little opposite of you guys today. Building off what Healy said about the weather, I think it's gonna be cold out there. The wind's blowing in from left to right. It's blowing in slightly. I'm all over the Houston side of this. I think it's a game that we're gonna see majority Houston. They're 3.5 at 160 right now. I think should be a max play. It most likely will be from me. I don't like Boston tonight. I think this is a game where Houston goes up 2-1. If we're lucky, we'll see the Red Sox score 3 runs. I think we see Urquidy go at least 5 innings, 6 innings. They're going to try and limit the bullpen as much as they can today. I see you shaking your head, but I think this is going to be a nice blowout win for the Astros, and Boston's going to come back down to earth a little bit today. I don't think necessarily it's going to be long-term for the series, but tonight I'm going to be on the Houston side.
Last time you told us someone was going to go 5 innings, they went 2 1/3.
Well, I knew that was coming up, so let's go back to that. And
let's table it. Let's get to the plays first, and then we'll circle back to the Chris Sale discussion, which we've been anticipating since Friday's show. I didn't forget about it. Let's get through the plays here, and then we'll circle back to it. So, Bill, what do you like in today's game?
I kind of going to go against what Healy and Ghost are saying. I think the weather's not going to be like 30 degrees like April. I think everybody's dialed in. I think there's going to be hit upon hit off that green monster. I think it's just going to be getting tattooed tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored. Erod got lit up against this team when he pitched in, I think, July. So I think, and everybody had hits up and down the lineup. I love Altuve hit tonight. He went 0 for 5 last game. I don't think he goes 0 for again. That's not the kind of hitter he is. He's not like my man Freddie Freeman, who's been fucking me. 0 for 7 Ks in a row, and then a flyout last night too. Thank you, Freddie. Needed him to catch a monkey, a fucking 20x monkey too. He didn't do that. The guy was just. But yeah, I think Altuve gets a hit tonight. I think he does well. I think everybody on Houston does well up and down the lineup. And I think Boston, I don't think they're going to stop, especially being at home. I think they're jacked up. They want to go up big on this series. I think they're going to be primed and ready. So I think we're going to have some runs tonight.
I'm with you, Bill, and I'd want to dive back into it with Healy before I give my plays out. I'm seeing like 54 degrees and 10 mile per hour. Ghost said it's blowing in. I'm seeing it blowing out. What are you seeing here, Healy? Because 53 degrees isn't that bad. I mean, no.
I saw blowing left to right slightly in. That may have changed since I last checked.
I'm seeing it blowing out to right. What are you seeing, Healy?
Yeah, so I'm also seeing that. Yeah, northwest towards the foul pole in right. Yes, blowing out.
Yeah. So what's the concern when you say with the weather? I know we're going from Houston to Boston, so obviously it dips down to temperature.
Naturally, ball doesn't fly in cold weather as much. I mean, obviously, if a ball gets squared up, the ball's going to fly out of the park, but it's just less likely, I guess, in these conditions to see home runs.
All right. So yeah, I'm kind of on Bill's side here. I'm not 53 degrees. That's good. What's it here right now, Bill?
I think it's about that.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm going all in. I think this game is going to be I think it's going to smash the over. I'm not going to bet the over because there's no need to, because we get more value on player props and we know who's going to take it over in most situations. I think there's a fucking just lock of a fucking play tonight on this. I mean, Kike Hernandez is not a human being. right now. And while he's not a human being, he is a lizard person. He is a cyborg, whatever you want to refer to as. While he's on that, you have to take that. And Bregman is another guy who I fucking love in these spots. Profiles pretty well. Obviously, Erod the lefty. Not to mention, if you want to go into his history, you know, he's 5 for 12 with 2 home runs off him. Not really weighting that as much as I am the data. But Bregman and Kike to get a hit, you know, just pair them up for like minus 130, whatever you're going to get on that. I love that. I'm also betting Altuve to score a run. I don't know why they keep making this plus money, but Altuve to score a run at plus 100 in this game with a lefty on the hill facing the Astros. I mean, I wish you could put it in same game parlays. And if you have a place that you can, I would key it. But I mean, Altuve's scoring a run. The beauty of this, he went 0 for 5 last game, like Bill said. That's not happening again. Lefty on the hill. This way, you don't have to worry about total bases. Just fucking get on base and then move it around. There's enough bats behind him that are going to drive him in. So I really love Kike and Bregman to get a hit parlay, you know, laying minus 130, 40, whatever you got to lay. And then Altuve plus 100 to score a run. Those are my 2 favorite plays on the game. And again, those are 2 things we can cash in the first inning of the game. Those are always fun.
Kike and Bregman are minus 115.
Yeah. I mean, boom, right there. Boom. Like 115 is a joke. So yeah, getting plus 100 on Altuve, minus 115 on Kike and Bregman, in a great spot there. And I have 3 plus 1,400 parlays that I'll be giving out for the subscribers on the site, 4dbets.com. So we'll keep those in-house. You got to pay for those, motherfucker. So let's get back to Chris Sale debate here. Ghost, you went in Chris Sale. We all shit on you. You told us he was going to pitch great. And going to be the old Chris Sale, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. We all told you you're a fucking idiot. You're trying to leave this debate with a W. I know you are.
No.
Or push. I'm not letting you. So I will let the judge and jury speak. But please plead your case first on why Chris Sale did not do bad.
So you guys were all in on that over. You said the game was going to go to the moon. I said I thought we would see a better performance out of Sale. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter how many hits he gave up. Mm-hmm. He left the game in almost 3 innings, only giving up 1 run. If you tuned in to the Rupp and Racket show later that day, like all our subscribers do, you heard me say on the mic, I thought this game was going to end with 9 runs. This game was going to have both teams with 4 runs each. I told you that the first few innings, Sale was going to get through them. The Astros team total was going to drop, and once it hit 3.5, we were going to hit it. I told you 4 runs each, 5-4 final, and that's exactly how the game went. That's how we cashed. That's how we won everything. I never said he was going to be elite. I said he was going to have a better start. I never said elite. Roll back the tape. Never said elite.
You said old Chris Sale. You said, I think we see the old Chris Sale, and the old Chris Sale was as elite as it gets.
Okay. But I never said he was going to have an elite performance. I said
he said it was going to be the old Chris Sale. The old Chris Sale is elite. So by the transitive properties, if the old Chris Sale is elite,
out of it, I might go side a little bit. He did get out of it. I mean, granted,
his bullpen got out of it.
Granted, he had bases loaded in the first inning and the second inning,
and 2 men on in the third.
My point was Sale was not going to get blown up, and he didn't.
He did.
No,
guys, are we forgetting?
How many runs did he give up?
Time out. Are we going to do that? Are we a process team or are we a results team?
The results were he gave up 1 run. The team total dropped.
Okay.
He hit it when it dropped.
Okay.
And that's how I played.
Forget about that. We're not talking about the bet. We're talking about Chris Sale. He gave up 5 hits and 1 walk in just over 2 innings. He had 2 of the most amazing catches I've ever seen from Kike Hernandez. Bill, you remember that. He got bailed out by 2 amazing defensive plays, which could have been a 7-run 2-inning situation without Kike making 2 of those plays. He had the bases loaded in both those innings. Both times the plays were made.
And he
couldn't even make it through the third. They had to yank him and bring the bullpen in to finish off the job because those 2 runs on base were his. If your pitcher gives you 2 I let you go. If your pitcher gives you 2 2/3 innings in one of the biggest games of the year and gives up 5 hits and a walk and has the bases loaded in each of the first 2 innings and then gets pulled in the third because they're afraid he's about to get killed, he pitched like shit. He literally had 2 strikeouts over that period of time. He faced 18 batters and had 2 Ks.
He pitched like shit. He got lucky. Defensive plays and ineptitude from the fucking Astros saved his ass. You were wrong. Nope. Say you were wrong.
I was not wrong because, like I said, my whole analysis of it was from a betting the over perspective.
And he overhit.
Let me finish. You thought he was going to get blown up, and he didn't. And I told you that they were putting the pitchers on a short leash, like Healy mentioned.
No, we told you that when you said he's going to go 5.
I said we'd be lucky if we get 5 from him.
No, you said we're getting 5.
My whole argument was that he wasn't going to get blown up from a runs perspective, and he didn't.
Oh my God!
So, that's
like saying,
no, because
that's like saying during the Ravens
betting perspective, that's how we have.
We're not talking about a betting perspective. We're talking about sales performance.
That was my argument. That was my argument,
dude. The argument was we were attacking Chris Sale with bats. We were doing hit props.
You were attacking him, and it didn't pay off.
It did. We all got hits. They gave up 5 hits in fucking 2 innings. We all hit our hit parlays.
How many runs did it produce?
Dude, that's results-oriented bullshit. He got
it's not bullshit when we're attacking it from a betting perspective. And I said I was waiting for the team total.
We're not talking about that. Shut the fuck up with that.
We're talking about the
correlated. No one's talking about the stupid fucking team total. No, we're talking about that you got lucky.
He had 2 2/3, right? 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, right?
You got 3.
Cole had 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 less hit, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and Cole had the worst game of his life. We all said that, correct?
Yeah.
So it was basically the exact same outing.
Right. Minus a key K catch, that's a 6-run outing. The bottom line goes, you saying that he pitched fine and did what you thought, meanwhile, is the same thing as saying going into the Ravens game when Hollywood Brown dropped 3 bombs. No, I'm not done. Going into the Ravens game when Hollywood Brown dropped 3 bombs and making a prediction before the game that Hollywood Brown's not going to be able to catch a long touchdown on this team, then watch him drop 3 bombs and say, I told you. That's what you're doing right now.
No.
You got lucky variance on your side.
This is why I said I'm not looking to come out of this with a win, but I'm not coming out of this with a loss because what I projected it for worked out from the betting perspective we attacked it as.
Healy.
I mean, I agree if you're just looking at the box score, you're going to get blown up. But, I mean, the argument is if he just went out there, pitched to 1 batter and left, you could argue that you were right. I mean, because he didn't give up any runs.
Right.
No, but I also said that this was probably going to be the lowest scoring game of the series. I liked Sale on the mound.
You got lucky, dude. It could have been 7-2 in the second inning.
What are we going to turn everything into luck?
No, we're going to turn that's what you're doing.
It's
a process game. He pitched like shit, dude. The announcers were even saying in the second inning, Sale doesn't have it today.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Sale looked great. I'm going to give you that. But I'm also not going to sit here and say that what I analyzed it from didn't work out and pay off the way that I expected it to.
So, listen, I said I was with Ghost. The only thing I think he said was that it's going to be the Sale of old. That's where he kind of lost it. And where
and I'll agree with that. And I'll give you that.
He has to take the L on that. But he didn't – he got out of it. So, I mean, lucky
catcher. He made 2 diving catches.
Wait, let
lucky
me say.
catcher, not whatever.
I'll agree with Bill on that because I did not expect an elite performance where he was going to put up 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. I didn't expect him to go 6, 7 innings, but he did what I needed him to do for us to attack it betting-wise. So that's why I'm calling it a push.
Oh, my God. I don't know. Final ruling, Healy?
I still think we were right.
Yeah, we were right. Okay, good. It's unanimous.
We got their ace out of the game
in the 3rd inning.
And in the 3rd inning. So
and then we attacked it.
Couldn't even finish 3rd inning.
One thing separate from this, I wish you were in the voice chat last night that I want to fucking rip apart is Corey fucking Seager last night trying to backhand that fucking ball and not knocking it down and keeping it in the infield. That is the worst fundamental baseball I've seen. It cost me another play on the Dodgers team total, and it was disgusting to watch from a baseball perspective.
You know when Ghost's mad, the hands come right here. They stay in this range when he's mad. Mumble. Me. All right, let's get Healy. Anything else you want to cover on these football, baseball? Anything else before we get out?
No, they're the top plays. For the subscribers in the Discord, I posted a bunch of other props as well. I like for both of the games. And as you mentioned, DFS basketball starts tomorrow. Looking forward to getting that underway. So definitely sign up, take advantage of the promotion. The earlier you sign up, the more free days you're going to get for the month of October. So
yep. You're not only getting a huge discount, you're getting whatever's left of October free. Right. So, yeah, we're not even counting October in that promotion. So get in there now. Healy, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. And I can't wait. The reason Bill knows who you are before you came on board was because I used to give Bill your props. I used to feed Bill the Healy props beforehand. And he's like, who is this fucking kid? So excited for your DFS analysis and even more excited for the props. So, all right, Healy, I'll talk to you tonight in the Discord.
All right, guys.
Later, bro. All right. Bring me Evan Hand. Bring me that pretty face. There he is.
Here we are.
Have any take on anything as a total outside bystander?
I had no idea what the hell just happened. You guys are just bitching at each other.
Dude, remember last show we were arguing the Chris Sale thing and we said we'll check back on Monday?
Yeah. What?
And paid enough.
Ghost got really heated. You just the hands thing really sold it. That adds to the argument.
Yeah. So that's as eccentric as Ghost got. Do you have a take on it? Do you want to rule?
I have no take on it. I haven't been watching the games, to be honest.
I don't fucking care. Oh, geez. All right. Let's get to NHL real quick. Bill Rupp signed off on NHL day one, came out, put his Tampa Bay Lightning bet down, went heavier than Ghost advised him to, lost a huge thousands and thousands of dollars on that move, and then declared the NHL boycotted. For those of you who've missed it, Bill has been playing more NHL than I think Night Ghost has over the last week. And Bill's back on the hockey front. Yeah. Bill's back. So I'm going to do this. I don't think so because there's a big baseball and football game today. But before I even go to Night Ghost, Bill, is there something on the ice that you're looking at, being that your newfound love for hockey on only a 4-game slate?
No, I don't like the smaller slates. I like the bigger slates. I only stick to certain teams. But, now I've just been following Ghost. He crushed the parlay on the 2-day parlay with the Wild and then the Hurricanes. We crushed that, and the Rangers team total. We got that one. So just following what he did. I didn't do anything yesterday. I don't know if you had to play yesterday. I didn't do that one because football was on. But
there was only one game yesterday. Schedule's been
I know there was only one game. Yeah.
Yeah, schedule's weird. How you go 1 game yesterday and 4 games today seems a little bit.
It's so weird, like the schedule. Like the Kraken are on the road for the first 5 games of the season as an expansion team. That's harsh.
Why is that, Ghost? Why did they do that with the Kraken?
I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know, but I've liked what I've seen from them. It's been fun watching them, and we'll be watching them tonight.
And I think that's a Flyers jersey that you're sitting on underneath there. That is my team. Are you really a Flyers fan?
I told you, yeah.
I mean, how are we
secondary team?
We're Flyers and Jets. Like we're on the same Flyers, Jets, and Yankees.
So I'm an Islander fan. Like I've mentioned to you, growing up, I had a neighbor, very big Flyers fan. We would take him to Islander games. He would take us to Flyer games, and just fell in love with both teams.
There was no better fucking fight games to go to than Islanders Flyers back in the day. I used to literally take, whenever my uncle would take me to hockey games, I would say, I want Flyers, Islanders, because you knew there was going to be fights in the stands. There were going to be fights on the ice. Those were fun.
Yeah. My dad's got all the old VHS tapes just to watch all the fights.
My first $300 jersey purchase was a black Eric Lindros alternate jersey, the captain jersey with the C, and he was gone the next year.
Well, to build off Hoffman becoming a Hurricanes fan, that's why I like the Hurricanes as much as I do. My neighbor was a huge Rod Brindamore fan. Loved watching them, loved following them, loved the Flyers because of it. Once he went to coach the Carolina Hurricanes, I knew that team was going to take off and be great.
Yeah, I agree, chat. Who was that? That's Hoffman. Yeah, secondary team. What is he, Rackets? I mean, we got Hoffman. I don't know, man. We got a lot of people on this staff that like to have fucking 2-3 teams. It is literally, I mean, just revoke your man card if you have 2 teams. So I am Jets, Yankees, Flyers, Nets, Villanova in college basketball, and UT Tennessee in football. That's it. There is no there's other teams I like and I root for. And there's no second team, Bill.
Well, should we talk about that? The preseason rankings came out, and my Gonzaga team is ranked 1 again, and your Villanova team is, I think, 4.
No, well, I mean, I went to school there. You just picked Gonzaga because they win you a lot of money and they're awesome.
I mean, well, I wasn't going to go to school at Gonzaga. I don't even know if that's an actual school.
I was gonna say, Bill, can you tell me where Gonzaga is?
I think they just transport like foreign guys from like Slovakia over here. Come on over, Gonzaga. It's like a building.
Is there a rock?
It's like a Krausers, what they put up a sign, Gonzaga.
Bill, I'll give you $100 if you can tell me where Gonzaga is.
Somewhere up in that western United States where I don't go. Somewhere near the Kraken.
They are fairly close to the Kraken. It is actually in Washington. Okay.
Up by the Kraken.
Yeah. Evan?
I'm back to hockey though. I'm kind of contemplating putting a future on the Avs.
What do you think, Ghost?
I don't like taking the heavier favorites for the futures. I'd rather wait to the playoffs start and then play a team like that. You're pretty much going to get the same value before the season as you are going to get once the playoff starts. But they look great. The goaltending is the only thing I worry about because they did lose their top goalie to the Kraken, which was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of why I like the Kraken as much as I do this year. I don't think they're going to be a great team, but they're going to be a competitive team. And Grubauer is going to be one of those reasons.
Yeah, I look at Vegas a few years ago when they got into the league, then they won the cup 2 years later.
These expansion teams are allowed to go in there and just like take a fucking player from every team. It's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Oh, when I seen that draft, I was telling you, I was talking on the phone. I was like, bro, what the fuck? How is this possible? They could just take guys from teams?
I mean, literally, if I'm not mistaken, Ghost, the teams are able to protect like 10 guys. Yeah. And then anyone outside of that, you can just take whoever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many bigger names available for them to take, and they passed on them.
Carey Price.
And now we see there had to be something going on for them to pass on him.
I mean, it looks like they did the right thing. I mean, they look pretty good. But Ghost, Vegas did something weird their first year. Didn't they take like the best defenders available from like 6 teams or something? They did something odd.
So what happened was they left Marc-Andre Fleury unprotected, who was the Penguins' big cup winner.
No. I'm talking about when Vegas was an expansion team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. They got Fleury and they just built around him. And they got a lot of low-name guys that came in and wound up excelling. But William Karlsson was one of them. Seattle didn't follow in the same steps. They kind of went a little under the radar. But what happened with Vegas that was different was teams were trading Vegas their first-round picks to not take certain guys off the list. That was something cool.
Wow. Yeah, that's fucking – I mean, I don't know if I like it or hate it. I know it's fun and it's interesting. But me and Bill were talking.
What happens if they did that on the NBA?
Well, in the NBA, they trade 4 first-round picks just to get a superstar anyway. They don't even value.
I mean, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they probably should, and it probably wouldn't matter because the 10th or 6th best player on a team is fucking irrelevant, right? Outside of the first 3, you don't even fucking care if you lose anyone usually. But yeah, it's fucking nuts. You got to play on the games tonight? Do you have a Flyers play? Is that why you got the jersey on?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Flyers team total tonight. If you can get it at 3, play it a little heavier on the 3. If you can only get 3.5, I still like it. I think this game is probably going to be the highest scoring game on the slate. Carter Hart is what's going to be under the microscope going forward. 2 great years to start his career. He was shit last year, and he looked absolutely terrible last game. So a lot of eyes are going to be on him tonight. So he either needs to get the fuck right tonight, or this game's going to be a 8-9 goal game.
All right. Let me see. Let me just go here because Tommy Pucks, which I made from my DFS fame. I used to always play these 4-game slates. I only like Bill. I only have certain games that I bet. I don't touch anything before 9:30 p.m. Right, Ghost?
Yeah, and I don't usually touch anything after.
Yeah, Ghost only hits in-game live on the late games, and that's my forte. So I don't see anything that I like. The Canucks aren't playing. The Oilers aren't playing. The Jets aren't playing.
And
Vegas isn't playing. So I'm out. I got nothing. I only bet 4 teams, and I bet them over in all those games. So
I like the Blues tonight. That's another team to look at 10 o'clock.
Okay. All right. So the Blues. And what was the play on the Flyers game? Was it the over?
Team total over 3 or 3.5. But I also like the game over. I think this game is going to be the highest scoring on the slate.
Kraken. They played a Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
I can't wait till they're at home and they say that.
Dude, if they fuck up this intro, I'm going to be so mad. because they have
CGI everywhere, like that fucking lion thing that was jumping out at that football game.
Yeah.
They should have
Panther.
Perseus out there slaying, and then they should have fucking Zeus.
Well, if you watch
the
the Vegas one, they had a Kraken on the ice that got slayed.
crazy.
So hopefully they respond.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they better. I mean, if I could see fucking Tupac at a fucking concert on stage, I better be able to see a fucking Kraken rise from the ice where it just goes dark. Release the Kraken.
They have to have Hades, like an old man just Hades, and just say release the Kraken, and then just
Fucking
the guy
Zeus throwing
right
thunderbolts.
So many opportunities.
It better look like fucking a scene from Poseidon, you know, the movie. Like it's just fucking tidal waves, everything.
Yeah.
Fucking. If they do this right.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, if they do it right.
Saturday.
Yeah, if they do it right, I'll buy a Kraken jersey because that's fun. They got so much up. I'm really hoping they don't fuck this up. By the way, real quick before we exit, Squid Game. Almost done with it. Love it. Highly recommend it. If anyone hasn't seen it, have you seen it? E?
Oh yeah, finished it in like a week.
Did you watch the subtitle version or the version where they look like this?
Yeah, I watched it dubbed. I'll usually watch the subtitle. Like Parasite, I watched the subtitle. That was
just
fire.
gonna say that. Yeah, Parasite was a fantastic movie. I watched that subtitled. Memento is one of my favorite movies, foreign film. You can do that.
Shout out the Koreans, man. The Koreans are killing it.
Koreans are killing it right now.
South.
But the odd thing was it came on my Netflix already dubbed in English. So I figured that was the preferred way to watch it. I figured you would present it the way you wanted it watched.
You could pick.
Yeah, but usually they have it the way they want you to watch it, and then you can change it. So like Money Heist comes on with subtitles, you know, like it starts like that. So that's how I was like, all right, this is how I'm going to watch it. So I've been watching it in English. I hear everyone saying it doesn't translate. I don't fucking care about that stuff. I'm watching.
One of my favorite movies of all time is subtitles. Apocalypto. Love that movie.
Apocalypto is a great movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. So I would advise
Squid Game. I can't get over people's mouths not. It's so annoying that they're.
See, I watched it that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, do you want to fight?
Reminds me of the old fucking kung fu movies back in the day. Ghost, final words.
Nothing. If you're not here, you need to get in chat. I can't express it anymore. The way that Bill and I hit the live betting on The Voice in the chat, you're really missing out. You're really doing yourself a disservice. Get in there, join us. Don't even listen to Tommy. Just listen to us. You can't go wrong.
Yep, perfect.
I agree.
Ghost. Just like to remind everyone, as they all make fun of me, I am up 800 units for the year, so you should listen to me. But don't, because that's it. Fine. Fuck it. Fuck everyone. Fuck you guys. Bill, final words? Or just that you agree to not follow me.
I agree, but two good games tonight. Should both be high scoring, I think. And should be a lot of opportunities for in-game betting tonight. A lot of live plays, hopefully, we'll be giving out. And a lot of player props will be making up right before the game. So
yeah, we're gonna be cracking it. Rupp and Racket show at 5:30. We usually carry that right through kickoff of the game. We are jacked up for this slate tonight, not just football. Do not forget about this baseball game. We're probably going to make more money on the baseball game than we will in the football game if things go as planned. Final words.
I just want to, since Wednesday shows are a little more relaxed, I kind of want to get into something like Jamal Adams. How last night he had the audacity to say he's the best in the league or the best to ever do it. And then he dropped a wide open fucking interception right off of his face.
Right off of his face.
He has no sacks this year. He has no interceptions, and the Jets get a first-round draft pick from him.
And he's getting fucking toasted. He's fucking terrible this year. We didn't get a chance to touch on Aaron Rodgers in Chicago, telling the fans that he fucking owns them. As we say, Wednesday's show is the show where we do a little more topical stuff.
Why did people make such a big deal about that? I
can't care. You can't shit talk anymore, Bill.
No,
because everyone's a pussy.
Some people, like, who I thought were like our competitor, like they were going nuts about that on a tweet.
Well,
like,
a photo came out of the crowd, and there's literally like 30 people just giving him the double bird.
I don't give a fuck if there's no one doing it. He could say whatever the fuck he wants. That's the Bears and the Packers.
He's not wrong.
Me and Hoffman were watching. At first, I thought Hoffman's like, did he tell them to go fuck themselves? And I'm like, oh, maybe he did. Who cares? But it wasn't even that bad.
Dude, it's the Bears and the Packers. That's the last game he may ever fucking play at that fucking stadium.
And he ran it in.
Dude, it was awesome.
He
I
never
love it.
runs. That's why they lost the fucking Super Bowl. They couldn't get the Super Bowl because he
I
didn't
told you
run.
you'd have one, Bill.
Yeah, he ran it
He's
just to
right.
go curse those fans off. I guarantee you that. But yeah, so the Wednesday show, Wednesday at 2 p.m. We're going to go into the Thursday night football game. There's obviously still going to be playoffs. We'll have hockey now that's going around religiously. So we'll have that. And on that Wednesday
NBA.
show, a Wednesday NBA actually is going to be going on full steam. But on that Wednesday show is a show where we do spend about 15, 20 minutes debating, arguing something hot topical. Last week, it was Gruden and Kyrie and the vaccine. So we'll take a 20-minute segment and we'll argue something crazy that's going on in sports. Me and Bill will get fired up, scream at each other, call each other jerk-offs. Night Ghost, you meeped in?
Yeah. So for the Wednesday show, like you mentioned, we're doing the questionnaire. Guys, I recommend now go sign up for an account. All you need to do is use your email and password, get a free account. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to purchase anything, but you will need an account to be able to do the questionnaire. So if you want to knock that out, go do it now.
Yeah. So go do that. Just go click the register button. You
Grand
can register.
prize will be a free week subscription, and there'll be 3 other winners that will be given merch to.
Yeah. So get ready for that. And those of you who are already subscribed, don't forget, referral program is here. Go to your My Account page. Just click on the referral. Just copy the link. Send it to your friends. As long as they sign up, everything will be tracked on the site.
New subscribers only. Can't send it to each other.
Yeah. No, it's only new subscribers, right? So if anyone's subscribed here before, they don't count. We're getting that money laundering shit handled right out the gate. So it's got to be someone who hasn't subscribed to 4 Deep Bets before. But just go copy your link in your My Account page. Send it wherever the fuck you want. And then we're going to give tons of prizes. There's going to be a whole store that's in there. So you might want to stockpile.
I had already sent it out to like Hoffman, Ghost, you.
Yeah, of course. Bill's fucking figuring out a way to cheat the system, that motherfucker. All right. For Brian Healy, Night Ghost, Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.
Let's go.